We end off the show by looking at what you are all talking about. It's been a busy weekend online with the state capture and the US election topping the charts. Now, to help us make sense of this, we're joined via Zoom by SABC News senior multimedia producer Matiba Sibanyoni. Matiba, very nearly afternoon. Matiba, what are people talking about on social media today?
Morning, Desiree. It was a very busy weekend on social media this past weekend. You know that we waited for the US elections to come out for a very long time, and this moved into the weekend where we finally got the results. Joe Biden is now officially the president-elect in the United States, and a lot of conversation on social media focused around how Biden and Kamala Harris form a united front as opposed to the previous administration or the administration that's going to go out now. A lot of media around how it's time for Donald Trump to go. On the day that the results came out, Donald Trump was said to have been at the golf course. And a lot of people saying that, is he at the golf course because he just doesn't care, or is it a way to just release stress? Joe Biden and Kamala, a united front that has come up, which shows a very progressive union where they've been very accommodative to different kinds of people who have been marginalized, people who have been minorities for a long time, as opposed to Donald Trump's administration. So there was a lot of focus around that. A lot of jokes as well around Biden and his name, people saying that it's time for Donald Trump to go. This kind of things circulated around WhatsApp, Instagram, as well as Twitter. Another thing that came up that was quite interesting is the First Lady, who is Jill Biden, who's coming up. You know that by now she'll be keeping her day job. She's got 4 degrees. She's actually Dr. Jill Biden, which is quite interesting. People saying that she's going to keep her day job as opposed to previous First Ladies who have kind of supported their husbands or have been under the shadow of their husbands. So it's quite an interesting way of doing things when you see a lot more independent women coming up into the front. There was also a spotlight around her fashion designers saying that they would like to dress her, which usually happens with First Ladies. You see a lot of people coming up to try and take that spot to say they'll be dressing her throughout. And coming back to local matters, yesterday we had the MTN 8 with Kaizer Chiefs again for the second time in a row losing to Orlando Pirates. It was quite sad to see. There were a lot of people online burning their T-shirts, Chiefs supporters that is. But a lot of focus was given to how Kaizer Chiefs is managed. Bobby Motaung was partly part of the conversation. You remember that Kaizer Chiefs has been banned from signing new players for at least 2 transfer windows. This follows the FIFA ban where they had illegally signed a player. So Chiefs supporters are quite upset that they won't be able to bring in any new players for a while, and they're stuck with the players that they have. And so far, you can see that there's a lot of people who, well, they've been losing so far. And people celebrated, and it's a quiet morning this morning. You know that Chiefs, whenever they win, there's a lot of noise on Monday morning. So some people are quite grateful for the peace on this Monday morning. On a more serious note, back to South Africa again, Mfuleni mass fall has been trending since last night. Mfuleni municipality has seen a lot of corruption happening there and a lot of service delivery issues in the community. People were posting how people are not getting water, or you walk in the streets and there's water all over the place. And this comes just a few days before the 2020 municipal by-elections. You know, the municipal by-elections are happening this Wednesday on the 11th of November in South Africa. So SABC News has a special page dedicated to the elections. So if you go onto our website, which is sabcnews.com, you will find a page dedicated to the by-election municipality where you get the latest news analysis as well as comments on what's happening there. And this should form one of those stories there. And finally,
awesome.
and not least,
unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there because of time constraints. But thank you so much for bringing us up to speed, Matiba. That has been your agenda for the day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.